blaze trails, you know how Johnny moves. Young black mamba dropping the hottest news. Life's a mad attorney calling audibles. When it's mindset, I don't know how I'ma lose. Keep it 100, we from the 90s, dude. Freshest podcast out, we on the grind for you. Stuck on your head all day, Gorilla Glue. They think they really gon' out me, pull up with the big tech. Call it Silicon Valley, made it through a dark winter, it was getting so cloudy. Now we got the sickest show in the whole county. It's a cold world, better bundle up. Gotta get the shovel when the truck is stuck. In the middle of a blizzard still coming up. Tuning in just so I know what is up. It's the Cloud Chronicles.
Okay, so we're gonna redo that all over again because I was on mute. It happens. Okay, so thank you for joining me. This is the Cloud Chronicles. I'm your host, Jerry and Blaze. Thank you for joining me. Those who are watching right now. Thanks for, everybody's gonna watch later. Like I was saying, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that little bell, get all the notifications for when we go live and we're dropping content. We got interviews, we got reaction videos, we got a little bit of everything. I got one of my friends from school here today. I got a little cooking project I'm doing, so I thought it was only fitting to have a chef extraordinaire join the show. So I want you to give a very big Cloud Chronicles welcome to, she's got a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff. So I could go another 5 minutes and read off all her awards. Just know she can cook her ass off. Okay? She's good. You should pay her. She got some stuff called DG Snacks coming out later this year. We'll talk about it later. Okay. Welcome to the show, Lauren DiGiovanni, everybody.
Hello. So happy to be here.
had to give you a little bit of that. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Long time no see.
I know. This is exciting. It's good to see you.
How long has it been?
Well, I haven't lived in Texas in say 5.5 years. I've lived in Colorado, so probably maybe last reunion, maybe high school reunion, the 10-year. Did you go to that?
I didn't go, so then it was graduation.
Probably, man. Which was only a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was 3.5, 4 years ago.
Exactly.
They're just now talking about planning our first reunion.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have been tearing it up, I see, with the cooking and all that. I'm waiting on the show. I better get a show invite for the show. If I'm not a participant, I need to be a producer, writer. I got to get some kind of
100%. Yeah, we'll talk
about it. Get on there. Creative. Yes. You can make up a title, really. Just just put me in there on the show.
Yes.
Okay,
sir.
So this is Chef Lauren. So I'm gonna allow her to introduce herself real quick. Give us a little bit of background on what she does and what she has done in America.
So hi guys, my name's Lauren DiGiovanni. I'm a classically trained chef. I didn't actually start out thinking I was going to go into the food world. I actually was a theater major in college in New York City. So I got my bachelor's in acting, and junior year kind of started to just cook in the dorms. When everybody else was making ramen, I started making homemade cakes, homemade pasta, soups, all sorts of things. I just started experimenting. And then I realized I wasn't Meryl Streep. So then I thought, okay, I really like cooking. I'm not going to make it in acting. So why don't I do something with this? And so the Culinary Institute of America, it's the world's best culinary school. Anthony Bourdain went there, Sarah Moulton, a lot of really talented people in the food industry. So I took a tour and got in, and that's kind of when it started. It was fabulous. It's definitely one of my favorite parts of my life so far. I even got a chance to go back a couple months ago when I was visiting family in New York, drove upstate, got to see the whole campus and everything. So that was a lot of fun. But after I graduated from there, I was actually a teaching assistant there for a year, which is pretty tough to get. And then they actually kept me on for a little while afterwards. So I actually had my own kitchen there for a little bit, training other teaching assistants. So pretty proud of that. Yeah.
So everybody, she said that real quick, but I'm not going to gloss over it. What was it called? The Culinary Arts
Institute of America. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they're like top dogs. This is like the Ivy League of the Ivy League. This is Harvard. This is Stanford of the cooking. So I wanted to, just enlighten the audience on that, just in case y'all thought we had somebody here that was cooking out of a taco truck. No disrespect to taco truck people.
No, those are necessary in this world.
Necessary. I would I'm looking into getting one for myself. But we got like a real high class chef here. So how was that? Were you like extremely nervous waiting for that? To that would you get an email or something saying you got in, or they send you a letter?
Oh, I think it was so long ago. I think I got a letter.
Oh, that's even more nerve wracking.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. It was. I was. And also, I'm not gonna lie. I actually lied to get in at that time. You don't anymore now. You had to have 6 months restaurant experience, and I had worked front of house, but I hadn't worked back of the house. And so I maybe had my mom's best friend say that I helped cater for a long time in high school. That was not true. But
you got all that stuff though. I mean, it was in your mind. You put the hours in your mind, and you saw it. So that should count for something.
Yep. Yeah. I knew and the thing is I knew, especially when I saw the people who were in my group, these were guys who were older than me, and I was already, graduated college. So I was 22 at the time. Some of these guys have been in restaurants for a decade. So I knew I had to step up. Right. So I worked my ass off, especially in the beginning, just to make sure I could fit in and hold my weight.
Oh, hey guys. We'll edit that last part out in post. I don't want her mom getting in and you remember what happened to the chick from what was it, Full House?
That is true. That is true. But no money was paid. No money was paid.
Okay, so we're good. We're good here.
I think we're good. Yeah.
I don't want your mom. I don't want to get moms in trouble. So when you got in there, were the instructors, were they as hardcore as as the average person sees on TV? Is it like military?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Tell me.
Yes. So you can't even go, and still to this day, you still can't even go inside the main building. Not you have to be in business dress. You can't wear jeans inside, anything like that. The guys had to make sure they were shaved every day. They could have a mustache, and they might have relaxed that since then, but every day. And then we had some chefs who were really fun, laid back, and then there were some chefs who threw stuff. But that was also, it's whatever. That's kind of just their thing. One of my chefs, actually, Chef LaPuma, I love that man. He was one of my favorites. I had him in the Italian cooking restaurants kind of towards the end of my journey at school. And I was on saute and grill. And it was one of the busiest stations. And at one point, I just put a pan on top of another one to try and cook the fish as quickly as possible. And he, of course, sees it. He's 30, 40 feet away, but he's like, "Lauren, are you steaming my fish?" And I was like, "No, chef." And he's like, "Okay, that's what I thought." And I'm like, "Okay." He just yelled all the time, but he was also a giant teddy bear. So they all kind of had that mix, but it was a lot of fun.
I don't know if I could do it, man, under that kind of pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cooking is hard enough, but I mean, it's that's it's really like the show. It's really like the show.
In a lot of ways, yeah. And even in the real world, you don't have too many people who are like that nowadays, just because the restaurant culture has shifted, which it needed to. So it's a lot more welcoming of females, of people of all ages, etc. So but it's a lot of pressure, yeah.
Well, yeah, this is cool because I don't watch the Gordon Ramsay, but the what's it called? F That's Delicious.
I love that show.
Okay, see, I knew I had you on for a reason. I love it. I mean, he made me want to be a cook. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look into this.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no, I'm obsessed with that show.
So he's got your respect.
Oh, 100%.
Because he's a real chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, love him. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I've been following him for a very long time. I love all this stuff on there. He makes it look fun. I would, other than you, I would want him to teach me to cook.
Oh, same. I would love to cook in a kitchen with him. Oh my gosh. Let's put it out there in the universe.
There you go. Action Bronson. I'll send him this after we get done. We're supposed to meet up later. Anyway, I'm not trying to name drop. But anyway, back to you. This is all about Chef Lauren here. So tell me, so you could cook already. You already went in there with some skills. Obviously, you wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite dish when you started, and then after you acquired these skills, these extra skills from the prestigious university, or the prestigious school? I'm sorry. Did it change, or because you of course you got like I'm sure you got expanded just like some new stuff you'd never seen or heard of.
Oh
So,
god, yeah. It was incredible. I always use
mm,
like cuisines of Asia as the example of like mind-blowing. My chef
mhm.
was from Sichuan, China. So I was learning, on these beautiful huge woks, and then we also had like
Mm,
a Indian cuisine day for a couple days. And she flipped with the PM chef and he was from India. So I got to cook in a tandoori oven with a man who, had grown up doing this. So that's how I learned how
yeah.
to like cook tandoori chicken and naan bread and all sorts of things. So mine was definitely expanded, but I will say I still like going to the comfort foods. Like I'm Italian, so I like to cook a lot of Italian food. On my mom's side, they're all Southern. So those are still kind of things that I gravitate towards. I think that's true for a lot of chefs.
Mhm,
We still remember things that we made when we were kids, or like our
mhm.
parents made. And even like when I was a teaching assistant, I once a week had to cook family meal for everybody front and back of the house in the restaurant. And my chef every time would be like, "Can you just make your grandmother's meatloaf?" And that
There
was
you
one of
go.
the and it's damn good meatloaf.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of funny that, here we are in the world's most prestigious culinary school and I'm
Mhm.
making meatloaf and that's what my chef wanted. So it's I think that comfort's always there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. So, when you were a teaching assistant there, were you a cool teaching assistant or were you the strict one? Were you the one like when you saw him messing up, you're like, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm.
Well, sometimes I had to stifle a laugh maybe.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. I was like, I know it was hard not to laugh maybe a couple times.
Yeah. There was one thing that happened. This didn't actually happen in my restaurant. I'm kind of glad I would have probably been on the floor laughing. I get they were just like in the heat of service and the
Mhm.
soup that was like staying warm, like being hot held on the stovetop had reduced down. And he was taking some of the water from the water bath and putting it into the soup. And the chef like lost it. I think I probably would have laughed a lot and said, "Well, you're gonna have to throw that away and make it over." So that's kind of but no, I was like, I've always been like a mom. Like I actually taught at Tarrant County College for 7 years in their culinary department.
Mhm.
I've always been kind of been like the mom, like encouraging and
Right.
trying to
People need
teach.
that. People need
Yes.
that. I mean, it's just like sports. Like you can't go hard on everybody. Some
Yeah.
people need that's how they get motivated, and
Yeah.
then you got some that's just going to make them quit, and you're just going to
Yeah.
tear them down, and
And
you
I don't
got to
like
like that.
that.
Yeah, that's where you come in as a good teacher or coach or whatever.
Yeah.
Going in between different people. Okay, so do you have a favorite story? You've already told me your favorite chef from the
Yeah.
school. Do you have like a funny story or a favorite time or anything like that you want to share? That you can
Let's
share.
see.
If you need to tell me off air, we'll tell me off air. I don't want to get anybody.
No, this is actually it's kind of funny. We actually had to take a wines class.
Ooh,
And that was actually one of my favorite classes that we
I
had.
love
And it
wine.
was
I love wine.
and it was I mean, I didn't know much going into it. It was like a
Yeah, right.
23-year-old at that point. I have no idea.
Mm,
And we got to taste every day. And so for my class, though, we actually had a substitute, and he was very knowledgeable. Like we were very lucky to have him.
mhm.
But we knew since we had a sub, we kind of tried to pull the wool over his eyes. So
Yeah.
we had two cups, one of water, and one was
Mhm.
supposed to be our spit cup. So what we did was we would take a little bit of the red wine, pour it into the spit cup, and then pour some water in there. So we basically drank all the wine and left tipsy every day, I would say, because it's not like they were heavy pours, but that was
Right.
fun. Yeah. That
Yeah.
was that was a lot of fun. And then
But,
like there was breakfast class where we actually to study for this class was from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m.
what?
Yeah, uh-huh. Because breakfast cookery, it started like we started service like 6. So we still had like instruction and then to set up for everything and then service and then clean up. So to study for our exam, we actually we had some beers and then it was midnight and then we went to the local diner and we all just like ordered burgers and we're just studying together
Right.
and then just stayed up all night long. So it was kind of like you were in the class with the same people, like, week after week for months, really until we graduated. So it really built that family, that camaraderie. So it was just, and then there was the bar that we all hung out at, and that's the non-PG stuff.
Was it like Cheers?
Yes, 100%. One of my best friends, Brad, at the time, he was like one of my closest friends in culinary school. He got a job as a bartender there.
Mhm.
And that's all I really need to say. That we
Yeah,
spent
that's
all of
all you
our
need to
time.
say. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep. We used to call it a drinking school with a culinary problem, just as a
You-
laugh.
Just like, go ahead and top that off for me, everybody. Go ahead and top that off. Top that off.
Yep.
Top that off. Okay, cool. So, What are you doing now? Let's talk about now. What are you up to
Yeah.
now?
So actually, I've been a WW, so formerly Weight Watchers. I'm a Weight Watchers wellness coach. I'm
Okay.
lucky enough to be on the national platform, so I do 18 workshops that are available to members who subscribe to the program, and we do live workshops. It's really really cool. So basically, I started my journey on Weight Watchers like 20 years ago, and lost 129 pounds, and then had breast cancer a few years after that. So I'm kind of working my way back to goal weight, but I started working for the company pretty much as soon as I lost the weight. So I've been there for 10 years, and this opportunity came about last year where they asked me to apply basically for the national coach. So I've been doing that for the last year, and it's been absolutely fabulous. I really get to help people. I think one common thread of my entire life is teaching.
Right.
So even this has that, because we talk about different weight loss techniques each week, and WW has really gotten into the mindset too. So it's a lot of fun, and the people are great. My coworkers are amazing. The company's fabulous, and I work fully remote, so I get to travel. I actually did workshops from Yellowstone over the
Nice.
summer, and
Nice.
yeah, it's just great.
Well,
And
not
then
to
I'm
toot my
still,
own horn, but I did run the wellness program at the YMCA, Silver Sneakers. Shout out to all the seniors
oh,
that I helped
nice.
on Silver Sneakers with their weight programs and all their things. I set them up, you know what I mean, out there in Fort Worth. I really did. I did that. I
Oh,
swear.
that's so cool. I love that.
I did that for a while. So yeah, that was cool. I like the fitness and wellness
Yeah.
merger that happened.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, I think more people they should do more of this in like school.
Right.
We just had
Agreed.
like, that basic. I mean, I don't know how it is now, but remember we just had like the basic health,
Yep.
and we're just learning like the health for dummies is basically what it should have been. It's
Yeah.
just like the basic of the basic.
Yep.
So, but yeah, we really weren't taught how to eat and
No, not at all.
watch or I mean, I remember label reading, but they didn't really go past that. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
yeah, this is that and this is that, but they didn't
That's
really.
it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the intake. Yeah, don't worry about that. Just know what it is. Just know what
Yep,
that is.
exactly. There's a lot of practical things. I would have liked to have learned how to do taxes back in high school.
Mhm.
That's still
Yeah.
good.
Oh my god. I actually did, because I took math of money. I don't even, yeah. See, a lot of
Ooh.
people were graduated on that the what was it called? The recommended. You remember how the one to
Yes.
two?
Oh, yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
So I was on that at first, and then I started doing my math in the summertime. So I
Nice.
did my math in the summer so I could do the AISD program, and it was only like 1 year of a foreign language, like 2 years of math. So I only needed 1 year of math, and I did that math of money, and they taught everything. And if I remember correctly, it was Charles Noble's dad.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was the teacher, and I remember like sitting there like one day, I'm like, where has all this been? Like, and it was like my senior year, I was learning it too. I was just like, this is the kind of stuff they should have been teaching. But yeah, it's like they had those classes, but they were hidden within the system.
Yeah, I never if I had known that, I would have taken that. That's
I've
really
been
cool.
very serious. Like when you said they should have taught that in school, I'm like, they did, but it should have been like in the main curriculum.
Yep,
For sure.
agreed.
So how'd you do with COVID and everything, with the shutdown? Were you like, how did that go with your job? Like,
Well, I was
you
actually
have
still
to
working
Zoom
in
it?
a restaurant here in Colorado when
Okay.
we shut down. So we kept going as much as we could. It was kind of fun. I mean, fun is a relative term. We unfortunately had to let everybody go basically except for managers. So
Mm.
I became a baker and, to go window and all sorts of things. So
Right.
definitely learned a lot. And, again, it kind of brought us all together. So that job ended up not panning out. So then this, WW opportunity happened, and it's been perfect. So I did unfortunately have COVID last Thanksgiving,
Oh wow.
but
Mm.
it is what it is. I'm here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I've ducked it a couple times.
yeah,
I ducked it a couple times.
you know,
So I made sure I got everything taken care of, if you know what I mean.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what do you got? What's going on for the future? What do you got going on?
Well, actually, I've since I've been working for WW on this national platform, we actually have our own little social media page within the WW app, and I've been doing a weekly cooking series, which has
Oh,
been a
okay.
lot of fun. And now they're showing it internally on our workplace for WW, which is awesome. And then there's like a couple things in the works maybe with them as well. And I actually Like I just started a YouTube page yesterday. So I'm in the
Woo!
midst of like uploading videos that I've done and putting the recipes because I was finally told by one of our social media people that I can put the external links for the WW recipes. That's kind of
Oh,
what I was
okay.
waiting on. So soon-ish, check out Chef Lauren D on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe, but I'm still working on it. I just started it yesterday, so I'm kind of excited about that.
Hey, shoot me those links. You know, I'll repost them and all that good jazz.
Sweet.
Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to
Ah,
YouTube. So.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I also
it's
love to
fun.
travel. So, like, it's kind of funny. I was watching some Anthony Bourdain No Reservations the other night, and I was
Mhm.
like, with as much as I travel, I don't know why I'm not doing some like food videos while I'm out there. So,
And like, and then especially from your perspective, like you're gonna have like the regular person, and then you're gonna have like the industry person,
yeah.
that's gonna watch it too, because the regular people are gonna be like, "What is she talking about?" You might use a term, and they're like, "Hold on, pause it. Let me look
Yep.
this up."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
I
I
find that
think that'd be
happening
cool.
even in my WW workshops. Like, I'll say, like, oh, well, when you fabricate the chicken breast, and they're like, what do you mean fabricate? And I'm like, sorry, when you cut it. But that's like the verbiage that like is stuck in my head from
Yeah,
school.
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Literally, the verbiage. Like people are gonna be like, "What? You mean you want?" Okay, yeah. Hold on a second. Just let
Could
me
you
slow
just
down for a second.
layman's terms, please?
Yeah. Cooking for dummies.
Yep.
So, but okay, that's great. That's great. So what's it called again? The Chef Lauren show.
Chef Lauren D.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
so far. Again, it is in the very like beginning stages. So
Mhm.
more to come on that.
Well, that is really cool. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you doing that. 'Cause yeah, you could do. You have a lot of material, man. A lot of material. So you could do all kind of. You could be like the secret, secret shopper. And do your videos like that, you know what I mean? Because you
Uh-huh.
go in and you tell them you're a chef. Yeah,
Yep.
you want to get the
Hook me up a
real.
little appetizer, you know.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it works to your advantage, but if you're trying to get the honest opinion, you know what I mean. I do it because listen, it worked for me in Vegas. I went to a couple places and I told them I was like, look, I'm doing a review
Yeah.
for this, and they were like, oh well, here, let me put a little extra
Oh,
one of
zhuzh it up a
these
little.
little shirt for you here, a little this for
Ooh, nice. Uh,
so definitely you'll get the hookup.
I love Vegas. Mm.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it was my first time. I was there a week.
Oh,
Like
I was just there right before Christmas. Love it.
mine was when was that there? October. Right after October, November time.
Nice.
It was still hot. It was still extremely hot.
That's why my friends and I go in December.
I,
It's
I
nice.
li-
You barely need a jacket.
yeah, that's literally what we were talking about. We were
Yep.
like, man, we got to come back in like December, January
Yep.
next time for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Well, listen, I don't want to hold you too long. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining me. Always at the end, we've already talked about your show and all that coming up. But is there anything else that you got coming and plug? Anything you want to plug? Shout outs, highs, all that good jazz.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
shout out anybody from Martin High School that ends up watching this. What? Chris Burnett, I know you know him. It was actually
Oh,
kind of
that's my
fun
boy.
towards the beginning of the pandemic. It was me, Chris Burnett, Roger Calderon, Jen Goff, Danielle Lavoie, Lauren Foreman,
Mhm.
Ryan Appleby. We were
Yeah.
like Zooming with each other. It was like we would do it weekly. It was
Yeah.
fabulous. So shout out
Listen,
to all
y'all
my
should have recorded that. Y'all should have recorded it and
I don't know.
uploaded it.
Oh,
I
there
don't
were
know
some
about the
nights we were on
material though.
7 hours some nights. It was
Chop it up.
hilarious. I know.
That's cool. Yeah, man. Definitely shout out to all our people from Martin, man, that are watching
Yep.
this. Everybody was showing support when I posted the flyer review, and that was more about you, obviously. I'm just
Both of us.
but yeah, this is great. I'm so glad you were able to come on. You're definitely welcome back. And like I said, I'm getting ready to do like a food review thing where I go
Yeah,
different places and stuff
nice.
like that. So if you're in town one day, maybe we could team up because I'm just, everybody that hit me, I'm trying to do a different episode,
Yeah.
go here.
Oh, hell yeah.
This
Yeah, that'd be
person will go
great.
here. Yeah, and I'm, just pack up the phone and we'll shoot as we're there.
I love it.
All
Yeah.
right,
Oh,
cool,
thank you so
cool.
much for having me on.
Oh, hey, no problem. Hey, end of the episode, I always like to say mental health is real. Take care of this, it'll take care of you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check out all the merch. We got t-shirts, we got hats, we got these with this handsome devil on the front. Looks kind of like me. Think it might be. Also, we got more hoodies and everything, man. Y'all just DM me for purchase. I'll shoot you the link. Okay. That's going to be it. This is Chef Lauren D in the house, the Cloud Chronicles, Jerry and Blaze, Chef Lauren. We are out of here. Bye, everybody. Peace.
Thank you.